So it's all got a little bit messy over in Italy as the coronavirus has run havoc on the old Serie A schedule, as many games have been scheduled, postponed, or even played behind closed doors. We'll take a look at what it's done to the table and, of course, what's in store. All coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're looking at match day number 27 or 26 or 25, depending on wherever you are in Italy, as it's all here. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at match day number 27 out in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're all here under one rooski. That's right, folks. Yes, coronavirus causing major drama over in Italy. Lots of games being postponed, played behind closed doors. We just don't know what's going to happen. We don't even know when the next full schedule of games is going to take place. As week after week, more games are getting postponed. We don't even know what's going to happen with games that need to be replayed or caught up with, because the schedule is absolutely in tatters at the moment. But anyway, let's jump into thick things to take a little look at it in a little bit more detail, shall we? So let's get on, folks, and take a little look at the results and predictions and all that kind of good stuff. There's not much to look at, really, because only 4 games took place last time out. The criteria, don't really look at this today because it's not really it doesn't apply, because I'll show you why in just a second. So, okay, folks, so just 4 games taking place this weekend. Lazio did beat Bologna 2-0. That was one of the games that did go ahead. I actually went with a 3-1 win myself. Next up, we have Udinese against Fiorentina. That was postponed. I actually sided with the draw on that one, but ultimately, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Napoli did beat Torino 2-1. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Gattuso's boys. He is grinding out the results. I don't really know how pretty or effective it's been, but it's definitely been a learning curve for him, and slowly but surely they're getting the results in the right place, and maybe, you never know, they might squeak in there depending on what goes on above them in the old table. AC Milan against Genoa, that was postponed as well. I went with an AC Milan victory. Lecce against Atalanta, 9-goal thriller. It's like a prediction from Cody Cahoe, one of the old bad boys here. Crazy old scoreline. 7-2 in the end. I actually went with the 3-1 win. If you doubled mine, you would get a little bit closer to it. That's what the scoreline was. 7-2 in the end. That's the 3rd time I think Atalanta put 7 past an opposition this season, all competitions, all venues. Sassuolo against Brescia ended up postponed. Parma against SPAL, that also ended up postponed. Cagliari against Roma, that also was no, it wasn't. That one ahead. That was a 7-goal barnstormer there. I actually went with that one, 2-1 in the end for Roma. It was a 4-3 win again, double it, and you're a little bit closer to the money. The big one, Juventus against Inter Milan, was postponed. In fact, it looked like it was going to get played behind closed doors, but then it was postponed. I actually went with a 3-2 win on that one. Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see on that. And Sampdoria against Hellas Verona also postponed in another crazy old schedule. So I would have got a top banana out of this one, but I'm going to just, I give myself one anyway. And the same goes for you guys. Marius Christensen, I gave you a top banana. I'm not really, it's unfair to give you guys predictions on this one. I'm going to give you all top banana, including No Code Drinker, La Petrion, Nathan Heaver gets one as well. You all get it in there. Even Giacomo Calarulo, he also gets the top banana as well. Miles Austin. So you all guys did okay. I'm not really going to pick you guys apart because it's not your fault. It's the coronavirus causing problems across Italy. So we're not going to break them down. So, but anyway, if it's a week for a top banana, a free hit. It's been free hits after free hit. I'm giving away the top bananas. I don't really want to, but that's the way it is. So hopefully this weekend is a bit more prepared, maybe over in Italy. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how they're going to go from postponing games, playing in behind closed doors or whatever, to everything being okay in just a week. I just don't know. And if they're doing it like quite willy-nilly, you know what, and a lot of the other nations are not really as affected by the coronavirus. It's only a matter of time, I think, before other like this La Liga, maybe the Bundesliga, the Premier League and all that, maybe it's going to start trickling towards affecting those divisions as well. But anyway, this is what the current state of play. Because of that scenario in the game for Inter Milan and Juventus being postponed, Lazio go top of the table. That's right, buried in amongst the headlines. Lazio go top, 2 points clear of Juventus. Game in hand, though, of course. Inter Milan actually have 2 games in hand on Lazio. Win both of them and they can be right back in the thick of things. And then Atalanta in 4th now, with a game in hand as well. Napoli up to 6th, Roma in 5th. But yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. A lot of teams missing 2 games, 1 game, so it's all over the place. We just don't know. You cannot get settled with these positions to the table because they're a bit false. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's the state of play currently over in Italy. Coronavirus and all. So this is the pending. It's a week ahead over in Italy. Will they take place? Who blooming knows? Who blooming knows? What determines a game to be postponed? Is it location? I don't know. Fans, area. It's just very, very concerning, and I don't know what we're looking forward into Serie A. Are they going to? We've seen crazy shit going on in Italy football over the years. Relegating Juventus all the way down to the bottom tier or whatever it was. So there's some mad stuff can go on over there. So you never know. They may cancel this season. You just don't know. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at it. Anyway, like it is a full week, and hopefully we'll get a full schedule at you. But anyway, let's go for it. So again, get your predictions in down below. Top banana or not, let's go for it. So next up, Genoa will kick up the weekend up against Parma. This takes place on Friday, the 3rd of March. Obviously, well into the 2020 now. The recent fixtures between these two sides, there's only been 3 matches, and they've all gone in favour of Parma. 3 wins out of 3. They did play in Parma early in the season. It was a 5-1 win for the then hosts, now visitors in this time out. The last time played in Genoa was back in 2018. It was a 3-1 win as well for Parma. Heading into this, Genoa, though, are actually on a decent bit of form. Just 1 defeat of the past 5 games, picking up wins against Bologna, Cagliari, and draws against Atalanta and Fiorentina. Draws against Atalanta these days are pretty rare, like rock and horse poop. Whereas on the flip side, Parma head into this also 1 defeat of the past 4, and that was against somebody. Who's that? Is that SPAL? Did they lose to SPAL? I'm just trying to check out that name. PC19. There's Parma. They actually lost to Parma. Goodness gracious me, not too long ago as well. No. As for Parma, their one and only defeat in the past 4 games was against Lazio. That was a couple of games back, but have got wins against Sassuolo and Udinese as well. Pick up a draw against Cagliari as well. Heading into this, though, bookmakers odds, they'll go with 65 for Genoa, 21-10 is the draw, 5-2 is the away win for Parma. So Genoa are favourites despite having a bit of a terrible record against Parma in the past few matches. Heading into this, though, Genoa are in the 18th spot, a win, and they can get themselves out of the old drop zone. They could rise above Lecce into 16th spot, obviously goal difference depending. They've actually got a better goal difference than Lecce at the moment. Parma on the flip side, they are in 9th. Win for them could see them rise a couple of spots to 7th. That'll be above AC Milan and right on the fringes of Europa League football. I'm going to go with on this one, I want more draw. I think they'll be content with that. Anyway, Parma will be alright with that, I think. I think they're optimistic for Europa League football, but I think a top 10 would be an absolute an okay season for them. Next up, we have Torino up against Udinese. Torino are in free fall, 6 defeats on the spin heading into this. Udinese on the flip side are where are they? They're in 14th. They're just 1 spot above them. They're actually level on points heading into this, but Udinese have actually picked up 3 draws on the spin. They're the draw meisters right now. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters see 3 wins for Torino, 1 win for Udinese, and 2 draws along the way. They did play early in the season in Udinese. It was a 1-0 win, and the last time they played in Torino, it was a 1-0 win for Torino as well. Heading into this, Torino actually lost the last 6. We talked about that, and Udinese have drawn the last 3. So it's 2 teams that are winless in at least 6 games, but Udinese have a bit of momentum with draws, and those draws were against Bologna, Verona, and Brescia too. Most of those teams are in the lower ends of the table. Torino coming into the back of this with defeats against Napoli, AC Milan, Sampdoria, Lecce, AC Milan as well in the cup. 7-0 battering by Atalanta. It's actually 6 defeats in all competitions. So yeah, it's not looking good for them. Heading into this, it's 5-4 for the victory for Torino. They are favourites. 11-5 is the draw. 23-10 is the victory for Udinese. So the bookmakers thinking that they're going to get something out of this. Do you agree or disagree? Get your predictions in down below. A win for Torino in 15th, or a win for Udinese in 40th. You can see them both, or either of them, rise to 12th in the table. A draw will see them go nowhere. So yes, it's all on the table for them. I'm going to go with on this one a 1-0 win. I'm going to give it to Torino. I'm going to go with the bookies on this one. Torino at home. Maybe they'll fight there. It's not a pretty win. It's not going to be a 6-goal barnstormer. They're just going to edge it over the line and get the 3 points. Next up, we have a bit of a belter on our hands. Free scoring Atalanta up against top of the table Lazio. That's first against 4th in the table. Actually, 14 points separate the 2 sides in the table. But Atalanta look good at the moment. 4 wins at the past 5. Lazio 4 wins at the past 5 as well. But it's 4 wins on the spin for Lazio heading into this. So they're looking very, very good. But they're going to Atalanta, who are on goal scoring kick right now. Scoring 7 last time out for the game before that against Valencia. the last encounters between two sides. In fact, there's been 2 wins for Atalanta, 1 win for Lazio, 3 draws along the way. They played in Rome. Lazio earlier in the season was a 3-3 barnstormer on that occasion. 6-goal belter. Luis Muriel with a brace. Alejandro Gomez for Atalanta. Sirio Immobile with a brace as well, both from the penalty spot, and Joaquim Carrera as well. The last time played in Atalanta went in favour of Lazio with a 2-0 away win. Lazio have actually won 16 of the last 18 matches in Serie A, whereas Atalanta have actually scored 2 goals in the last 5 matches in Serie A as well. So it's going to be a tight one, this one. It smells like a draw, but I think well, Lazio would if they were to win this, then they're right in the thick of things. They are real serious contenders. They are serious contenders right now anyway, but this would put them would kind of swing the pendulum in their way heavily. 11-10 is the victory for Atalanta. 13-5 is the draw. 11-5 is Lazio for the away win. Win for Atalanta, who are in 4th. I don't think they can close it. They can close a little bit on 3rd spot, but it's actually a good 6 points between themselves and Inter Milan. Inter Milan actually got game in hand as well, obviously, because of the old chaos. I'm going to side with Atalanta as well. Free score in Atalanta, 2-1 win. It will be a defeat for Lazio, just the 3rd of the season. And it will open up the door for Juventus and Inter Milan once again to close in on them. Next up, we have SPAL up against Cagliari, taking place this weekend. SPAL, where are they these days? They are bottom of the table, 5 defeats on the spin. Cagliari on the flip side, they were flying high at the start of the season. They're now in 11th, winless in 6, 3 defeats on the spin as well. The last 6 encounters between two sides, 0 wins for SPAL, 5 wins for Cagliari and 1 draw. They did play in Cagliari earlier this season. It was a 2-0 win. The last time they played in SPAL last season was a 2-2 draw, with goals coming from Andrea Pantanga and Mikko Antonecci for SPAL, Leonardo Pavoletti, not Pavarotti, Pavoletti, and Arthur Inonita on the score sheet for Cagliari. SPAL actually lost the last 5 matches. Cagliari have actually had to win their last 11 matches as well. SPAL actually could see at least 2 goals in the last 5. So the last win was against Atalanta though for SPAL, so that's a big old scalp, and again they're like rocking horse poop as well. So heading into this, the bookmakers' odds, this game takes place on Saturday the 7th of March, 13-8 for SPAL, 11-5 is the draw, 70-10 is the away win. Heading into this, SPAL 20th spot win could see him rise above Brescia into 19th, whereas Cagliari are in 11th. A win for them could see him rise to as high as 8th. That'd be right back in the fringes of Europa League football once again. But to be honest with you, the wheels have come off. But I'm going to give them a win here. SPAL are there for the taking. They are down in the dumps, and they are free falling to the Serie B next season. Next up, we have Fiorentina up against Brescia. Brescia are struggling in 19th spot again, cut off a little bit from the chasing pack. Good 7 points clear of in a drift in their old relegation zone. Whereas Fiorentina are in 13th spot. Okay form for them. 29 points on the board. The last 6 encounters between Fiorentina and Brescia sees 2 wins for Fiorentina, 0 wins for Brescia, 4 draws along the way. They played in Brescia in October. It was a 0-0 draw, and the last time they played in Fiorentina was a 3-2 win for Fiorentina, with goals from Gigliardo, Santana, Lacic. This was back in 2011. Alessandro Diamanti. There we go. Nicholas Cordova on the score sheet as well for Brescia. That was back in, as nearly 20 years ago. 20 years ago? Take that back. 9 years ago. Well, yeah, I'm good at the old mathematics. Not really. So the tail of the tape. Come on, you stupid mouse. Brescia actually failed to win the last 10 matches in Serie A and conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 away matches. Taking place on Sunday. We got to look at this bad boy. Where are you? You're off. A 7-4 on for the Fiorentina victory. 11-4 is the draw. 5-1 for the away win for Brescia. So big old tall order heading into this. A win for Brescia could see him get to 19 points, which would close the gap to potentially 4 points getting out of the old drop zone. Fiorentina on the flip side, 13th in the table. 2 defeats in the past 6. A win for them could see him rise to 11th in the table. Tough old boots this one, but I'm going to go with Fiorentina with a 2-1 win in the end. Verona, been stars of the show, I think, so far. 8th spot in the table, unbeaten in 6 games, drawn 4 of them though. Picking up 2 wins in the cluster as well. Not bad team. Up against the Napoli side, who sit above them in the table. 6th at the moment, 5 wins on the spin. So Napoli have turned a massive corner with Gattuso. 1 defeat so far in the past cluster. So a win for Verona in 8th could see him rise to 7th spot. Napoli just out of reach in 39 spots. A win for Napoli in 6th could see him close the door to 3 points to 5th, up against Roma, who's sitting in that spot at the moment. The last 6 encounters see 0 wins for Verona, 6 wins for Napoli, 0 draws along the way. They played in Napoli early in the season. It was a 2-0 win for Napoli. The last time they played in Verona was a 3-1 win for Napoli back in 2017. The goal scorers on that occasion were Suprayan with a big fat OG, Milic and Guliam on the score sheet for Napoli. Red card as well for Ali Saad Hazaj for Napoli. There's also a goal for Gianpaolo Panzini for Verona to give them a consolation goal. Heading into this, Napoli have actually won 5 of the last 6 matches in Serie A. Verona have actually won their last 3 home matches as well. So this is tough boots, I think, for Napoli to get the victory. 5-2 for Verona, 12-5 is a draw. 21-20 for Napoli. They appear to be favourites with the bookies. A win for Napoli in 6th. Like I said, close the door on 5th. Tough one, this one. I'm going to side with Verona. I just don't know. I just don't know my logic behind that. I think Verona being good. When you look at them, they've only lost 7 games, which is actually 2 less than Napoli. And that's actually the same amount of games, the same amount of losses that Roma have in 5th. They are doing very exceptionally well. So it's going to take something special for them to lose this game. I think they'll at least get a point out of it, but maybe we'll side with 3. Next up, we have Inter Milan up against Sassuolo. Inter Milan are in 3rd spot. Sassuolo are down in 12th. Good form for Sassuolo at the moment. Just 1 defeat the past 5, but that was last time out. Inter Milan are coming to this 1 defeat the past 5 as well, and that was also last time out. So it's been a bit ropey form for Inter, considering how they did start the season. The last 6 encounters, get this statistic. Only 1 win for Inter Milan, 1 draw, and 4 wins for Sassuolo in the last 6 games. And that last victory, the one and only victory for Inter Milan, was last time out in Sassuolo, a 7-goal thriller, 4-3 in favour of Inter Milan. That was back in October. Lukaku with the brace, Martinez with the brace as well. Berardi on the score sheet, Djurkic and Boga on the score sheet for Sassuolo. Last time they played in Inter Milan, it was a 0-0 draw. That was back 2019 January time. It was a 0-0 draw. Inter Milan actually undefeated in their last 8 home matches as well, though. So I fancy the chances to get something out of this game. Bookmakers go 7-2 in favour, 7-2 on in favour of Inter Milan. 92 is the draw. 17-2 is the away win. Obviously, Inter Milan a little bit cutaways from the top at the moment. They're actually 8 points clear, 8 points adrift of number 1 spot, 6 points adrift of Juventus. However, they have a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, they'll push them to 3 points adrift of Juventus. And if they beat Juventus in that other game, then they'll be level on points and possibly go ahead of them on goal difference. So it's not all doom and gloom, but what they need to do first is beat Sassuolo. And for me, I'm going to give it to them as well. 3-0 in the end over at down in Milan. Final couple of games here. We got Bologna up against Juventus. Now Bologna are in 10th spot at the moment. They're doing okay. 3 games without a win though. It's not great form. Juventus, not the greatest form for them at the past 5 games. Just 3 wins, 2 defeats at the past 5. The last 6 encounters between themselves and Bologna see 0 wins for Bologna, 6 wins for Juventus, 0 draws along the way. They played in Juventus earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win. And the last time they played in Bologna, it was around about this time last year, 24th of Feb. It was a 1-0 win for Juventus. The last time that Bologna picked up a victory I don't know. The last time they picked up a positive result, or a point at least, was back in 2016 when they hosted Juventus. It was a 0-0 draw. So heading into this, Juventus actually won 8 of the last 10 matches in Serie A and actually scored at least 2 goals in 8 of those last 10 matches as well. So they're free scoring, but obviously it's a little bit sloppy for them at the moment. They used to be clean sweeping and picking up a lot of victories, but they've had a bit of a rocky road. The odds are 15-4 for Bologna, 11-4 the draw, 11-8 in favour of Juventus for the victory. So they are favourites to snatch at least something from this game. They head into this 2 points adrift of Lazio, a win for them and a defeat for Lazio, which could be the case here. We'll see them go back top of the table, whereas Bologna are down in 10th at the moment. Win for them could see them rise as high as 7th. But like I said, winless in 3. But I'm going to go with Juventus. Of course, you are 3-1 win in the end. Moving on to the penultimate one, we've got Roma up against Sampdoria. It's the nicest man in football. Goes to Roma. Was that one of his old clubs? I can't remember. I don't really remember Ranieri's managerial history. But anyway, their last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Roma, 2 wins for Sampdoria, and 2 draws along the way. They did draw in Sampdoria early in the season, around about October time. But the last time they played in Rome was back in November 2018. It was a 4-1 win for Roma. Juan Jesus, Patrick Schick, and a brace from Stefan El Zahawi. He got himself a couple goals. Georgi Delfry Defrel getting himself the 1-0 goal for Sampdoria. Heading into this, the form book, Roma come into this 4-game winning or an unbeaten run, picking up wins against Ghent, the Europa League, Lecce with a 4-0 win and a 7-goal barnstorm against Cagliari. However, Sampdoria come into this 1 win in the past 5, not really great, and that win was against Torino. They come into this though on the back of a 5-1 spank at Fiorentina. The nicest man of football is on borrowed time, I think, if he's not gone already. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't know if he's still stuck around, but anyway, the bookmakers go with Roma 2-1 on in favour of the home team. 10-3 is the draw. 5-1 is the away win for Sampdoria. Sampdoria heading into this 17th in the table, just 1 point above the drop zone. They could get sucked into it if Genoa were to get victorious against Parma, so they could get relegated. The nicest man of football going back to Serie B perhaps. However, the form is okay though. Just 3 defeats in the past 6 for a team down the bottom end of the table. That's not horrific, but a win for them could see them rise 1 spot above Lecce, whereas Sampdoria are in sorry, not Sampdoria, but who are we looking at? Roma. They're in 5th, a win away from going into 4th spot. Again, if Atalanta lose against Lazio, Roma could get back into the old Champions League spot. So I'm going to go with Roma as well against Ranieri's better judgment. It's the final game of the weekend, possibly. It is Lecce up against AC Milan. Now, obviously, AC Milan on a bit of a recent revival at the moment, sits 7th in the table, whereas Lecce are down towards the foot of the table with 16th spot, with relegation concerns still on the table. Last 6 encounters sees 4 wins for AC Milan, 2 draws, 0 wins for Lecce. They played in Milan early in the season. It was a 2-2 draw. Hakan Galagongu on the score sheet with Christoph Platek as well for AC Milan. Kuroma Babacar and Marco Calderoni on the score sheet for Lecce. Last time they played in Lecce was a 7-goal thriller going in favour of AC Milan as well. Kevin Prince Boateng with a hat-trick. Manuel Yepes as well with the winner after going 3-0 down to Lecce in that game. Guillermo Giacomazzi on the score sheet. Massimo Odo from the penalty spot. Carlos Grossmuller as well in a 3-goal lead in that one. Lecce have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 home matches as well, so they're on a bit of a recent revival at home. Their last 5 games sees 3 wins and 2 defeats, whereas AC Milan just 1 defeat in the past 5. That was in the Milan derby, 4-2 defeat in the end. But they've drawn too many games for my liking against Verona, against Juventus and Fiorentina. There are some sticky wickets in there. They've also got to take on Juventus. Looks like in the cup or something. The second leg, replay, whatever it is. So that's on the horizon as well. Bookmakers on this one, 15-4 for Lecce, 3-1 draw, 20-13 in favour of AC Milan for the victory. If they are victorious, they could get above Napoli in the playoff spots. That is Gattuso, who is managing Napoli, so his old boys could come back to haunt him and leapfrog him into the taste in the race for Europa League football, folks. But they've got to win first, but I'm actually going to go with them as well with a nervy 2-1 win in the end. So that, my friends, wraps up my predictions. This is what the table would look like if all the fixtures come on in, and again, it is a big question mark about that if it will happen. Lazio will regain top spot. Juventus will regain top spot. Lazio 2nd, Inter Milan in 3rd, Atalanta in 4th. Down the bottom, Sampdoria, Brescia, and SPAL going down to Serie B. Get your predictions in, coronavirus or not. Get them in there. So we'll take a look at what you think will happen. Also, before we go, big shout out to my Patreons. Respect to my brothers. That's right. Russell Frost, No Good Drinker, Tom Battersford, Tom Clark, John Spurn, Aztec, Marky B. Mark, Constable 1976, Mitchell Shonen. I think Cody Gaho is now a patron as well. I've got to confirm that with him. I've got to reach out to him. If not, I've just given you a shout out. But if you want to join the illustrious VIP gang of Le Patreons, check out the old description down below. It's patreon.com/Roverseas. It's in the description. Link there. You can read all about it. For the price of a bottle of water, you become a Patreon and you're in my exclusive VIP gang, and I'm forever in your debt, boys and girls, as we try to push the channel onto another level in this crazy year, which is 2020. A lot of football going on in the summer. And I've got some exciting plans to look forward to. But anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, smash the thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. I'll see you next time with the latest rounds predictions. Stay safe. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.